My name is Ethan Loch. I'm a pianist and I also enjoy composing. And I've always loved the piano from a very, very young age. It was the sound which grasped me about it the most, to be honest. I remember reaching as high as I could and touching the key and hearing that sound. A lot of stuff unlocked in my brain, and I just knew that from then on when I started, I just had to keep exploring, and that's what I intend to do going forwards. One of the things to know about me is I am blind, and I have been blind since birth, and I would definitely say that my blindness has made my journey very, very special. My condition, it's always made the way that I see the world very unique, and I've always woken up every day extremely grateful for that. The sound world has always been interesting to me. I'm hearing all these birds over here and I'm listening to all these different sounds in the environment, but music is a special language and it comes through all sorts of incredible sounds. And people like Beethoven, people like Chopin, my aspiration really is to communicate in the language that they invented all the emotions and experiences of these composers so that the world can continue to know them. One of the other things that I've always experienced ever since I was born was something that I like to call tactile synesthesia. Physical movements convey specific tonalities. So if I'm moving to the left side over there, that's an A natural. Right side is a B natural. And then if I lean back, that's a D natural. Or if I move forward like this, it's a C natural. And it's all interconnected and very, very specific. So when I hear music, it's almost as if I'm flying in the sky. It's difficult to know whether people see that in my playing, but I do know that my physical synesthesia does give me more room to express certain elements of the music. Unfortunately, because of my tactile synesthesia, spatial awareness is not really my strong point. The more interesting sounds there are, the less easy I find navigation. One of the things I love about playing in an orchestra is being embedded in that sound of all kinds of different dimensions. When I'm performing, all I really have to do is just sit there and enjoy the ride. When I sit there and I'm hearing the violins maybe to my left, the woodwinds maybe to my right, or it could be that the instruments are in different directions, I kind of just feel the different dimensions. I'm feeling the motion of the music, I'm feeling the motion of the direction of the orchestra. And it really is as if I'm being embedded and entangled in this really incredible sound world, which I somehow have control over as I play. It's almost as if I'm lying in a bed and I'm moving forward, moving backward as I go. Some of the stuff that happens from my condition, it's allowed me to really see music in a very specific way. For example, tactile synesthesia and the way that my ears are heightened to music. Sound is all around me and music really is just a way of making them come together. So It's one of these things which makes me feel as if I was really born to be a musician, quite literally. I was blind, I have a heightened sense of hearing. It's almost like the world was saying, come on, dude. The way I learn a piece of music is almost solely by ear. I listen to a piece of music and I memorize most of the notes, the general skeleton of it. It's really like memorizing a speech, to be honest. You listen to the words and then you get the skeleton of what the person's talking about, and then I have to have a reader. They often tell me, all right, so you're actually, it's not quite the right note. They sort of give me a general, detailed description of all the notes, and then as I continue to learn the notes, I play the piece and then I'm ready to roll. I process things primarily through sound, so when it comes to recalling stuff, I recall exactly the pitch, the feeling, the emotion, and everything else that comes with it. One of the things I love about Beethoven 1 is all the different elements in the piece. You have the first movement, which is quite crazy. It starts with a general sort of classically made melody, but then you have the cadenza, which is the third cadenza that I've chosen to play. And it's almost as if you're listening to an older Beethoven reflecting on a younger Beethoven. It goes into all sorts of crazy sort of dialogues, and the beginning motif sort of comes almost as like a memory. There's a bit of kind of laughter and a bit of joking. It's quite wacky. I'm looking forward to really exposing the humor of that. And the second movement, it's a beautiful, beautiful soul lyrical piece, which reminds me a lot of Haydn, to be honest, but there's a lot of question and answer. Which almost makes me think of a dialogue, almost as if somebody's being taught something. And then the third movement, that's a roller coaster. You're instantly faced with Beethoven's humor. And you have this almost carousel-like theme. Da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da. I'm hoping that people will be able to see just how incredibly versatile that man was. There's some things that are communicated through music which I find really difficult to describe through words. Something that connects a little bit to the essence of your soul. My future goal is to expose all the things that can be communicated and to continue communicating it and living in a world where I continue doing what I love doing. I was pretty much made for music. I would pretty much have to go where my imagination took me in order to keep myself motivated. If your imagination is made for something, then I find that the best thing to do is follow it.